Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Indeed, all praise is due to Allah. We praise Him and seek His help and forgiveness. We seek refuge in Allah from our soul's evils and our wrongdoings. He whom Allah guides, none can misguide, and he whom He misguides, none can guide. And I bear witness that there is no God except Allah alone, without any partners. And I bear witness that Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, is His servant and final messenger. Assalamu alaikum, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. Inshallah, this reaches you while you're in the best of health and iman. My name is Maryam Taylor Muhammad. Inshallah, my intention is to go through some basics. So some of this might seem pointless and like you might know it all, but I think it is important to refresh our memory on what the basics of Islam are, what Islam is founded on, what can keep our iman steadfast and strong, inshallah, on the one true deen, Islam. Inshallah, we'll start off with Tawheed. It's just a brief run through. Those who'd like to go through these things in more detail, they can inbox the page and we can arrange something, inshallah. Like I said, I think it's an important topic. Some may not think so, but I will go through briefly regardless, just as a reminder. Now, Tawheed has three main categories, and they are as follows. Tawheed al-Rububiyyah, Lordship. This is belief that Allah alone creates and handles our affairs. This is to believe that Allah is the only creator. He is the provider and sustainer of all that exists. This means He has control over all our affairs and will provide all that we need. The second category is Tawheed al-Uluhiyyah, which is Godhood. Believe that all acts of worship are for Allah alone, and this is to dedicate our worship to Him purely and only to Him, the one, and that Allah alone deserves to be worshipped. To believe and apply Tawheed in this sense requires one to worship none except Allah alone, to fear Allah alone, submit to Allah alone, seek refuge in Allah alone, to seek help from Allah alone, rely upon none except Allah alone, to seek judgment from none except Allah and His Sharia, to not make lawful except that which Allah has prohibited. The third category of Tawheed is Tawheed al-Asma wa Sifat. This is the names and attributes of Allah. Believe in all Allah's names and attributes. This category involves believing in Allah and His names and attributes, which we have been taught through the Quran and Sunnah, and in a way that is only appropriate for Allah, and that is achieved by affirming that which is affirmed by Allah. Allah Almighty said, "There is nothing like Him, and He is the All-Hearer, the All-Seer." Some examples of Allah's names and attributes are names of Allah: Ar-Rahim, Ar-Rahman, Al-Qadir, As-Sami, Al-Basir, Al-Qadus. And some of His attributes are highness, hearing, seeing, ability, and that He has a hand and face, and that He descends during the last third of every night. None of these can be compared to His creation. They are only appropriate to Him, and nothing can be compared to Him. Muslims believe in all three of these categories. Christians and Jews only believe in al-Rububiyyah, and atheists have disbelieved in all three of these categories. Learning these categories of Tawheed help us to avoid falling into shirk, which is a major sin, and if one falls into shirk, he will never enter Jannah, and he will never be forgiven. Verily, whoever sets up partners in worship with Allah, then Allah has forbidden paradise to him, and the fire will be his abode. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, may Allah give us the strength to avoid major